when people start to go onto other issues, because that's, again, go back to that campaign. This is back in the campaign. Again, it didn't turn out to be as close as he thought, but he was running against a Democratic candidate. Everyone thought it would be a 50-50 race. Scott Walker ended up winning a bit comfortably. But listen to him here. Listen to his tone on when he's talking about. Scott Walker says he's personally anti-abortion, but
I support legislation to increase safety and to provide more information for a woman considering her options. The bill leaves the final decision to a woman and her doctor. Now, reasonable people can disagree on this issue.
The bill leaves the final decision to a woman and her doctor. Reasonable people can disagree on this issue. Again, in the interview on Fox News Sunday yesterday, he says that when he is, from a policy standpoint, what you might describe as pro-choice, he says here he's doing it only because the courts require him to.
We acted on the grounds that we have legally to be able to act under the Supreme Court's decision. We'll act that way at the federal level if we were in a position like that as well. But ultimately, it is a life.
But ultimately, it's her choice.
But legally, that's what it is under the guidelines that was provided from the Supreme Court.
Is it me, or does it sound like during the re-election campaign his tone is a lot softer?
Well, I remember during that when that ad ran, it was in the last couple of weeks, and he was running against Democrat Mary Burke. He thought the race would be closer. I was told at the time that Walker was, Burke was in his head. He thought this race was going to be really close. He was sort of micromanaging the campaign, even writing his own ad scripts. This was him. That campaign spot was him just sort of, being a little afraid, cautious, taking that softer tone. Again, now that he wins, back to Republican politics.
And now he is trying to say in this campaign, I fight with the unions, I stand with you, I'm the next Ronald Reagan. If he has a few of these position shifts, might he not be the next Ronald Reagan? Might he be to the base the next Mitt Romney?
I wouldn't go that far, John. The base is not fond of Mitt Romney. But look, there's no question that he's going to have some fodder out there that is going to be available to his opponents to challenge him. The question to me that you raised earlier is, how much goodwill does this guy have? I mean, there comes a certain point where, because of his credentials on those fights against labor, that the base just kind of tunes out some of that stuff. They don't want to hear it.
They give him the grace.
Yes, he's not John McCain. He's not a Bush. He's one of us, and so he does get some of that grace. The real question looming here is how many of these they can pile up before some questions do begin to.
And you can be sure it's not just the Democrats. Now that he is rising in the polls, all the Republicans, if they haven't already done this research, they're working on it as we speak.